Hey guys, it is Monday. This is our beginner West Coast swing class. Today we're going to be doing two patterns, left side pass, which we're assuming that all of you know how to do, but we want to use that today to make sure that you're clear about all the details of it. And then we're going to do sugar push, but we're going to be doing sugar push with an underarm turn. It's also called surprise tuck-in. So we're going to bring Na out. We're going to go at this, right? So our normal sugar push is 1, 2, 3, and 4, 5, and 6, right? So we have 1, 2, 3, and 4, 5, and 6. Now I'm doing this really slow, and I want you to watch my count. I want you to listen to my count and watch what's actually happening during the count, because it may be different than what you think. 1, 2, 3, and 4, 5, and 6. So we know that the lady is going to step away from us on count 4. So when did I initiate the lead, the signal for the lady to do that? And we're making it really obvious, right? So if you watch the bodies and the count, 1, 2, 3, and you saw me start to move her because she has to move to be able to be there by 4. We had to move before 4. Sometimes what happens is we're trying to get her there at the exact same moment that we pushed from over here. Well, it doesn't work quite that way. We're not that rigid in our connection, right? So what happens is if I push on count 4, it may start to look like this. 1, 2, 3, and 4. Now I had to shove the lady. She started to fall backward. It's taking us out of rhythm. Now what I want you to know is that when I pushed Na earlier, she didn't go just because I pushed her. She knew when she was supposed to go, and my lead told her that that was going to happen. So she took my lead, and then she, if you will, she extrapolated where she was supposed to be off that. It wasn't DC. It wasn't a direct lead. It was inferred. I'm telling you you're going to move so that on count 4 you're where you're supposed to be, and you've got to decide as the lady when that's a good time to move, right? So if Na actually moves at the instant that I push, it would look like this. 1, 2, 3, and we haven't even got to 4 and she's gone. So that instant response is bad. Early lead, late response. That's what we're looking for, right? That allows Na's body, or the lady's body, to process the information and come up with a way to successfully put herself on that foot. 1, 2, 3, I compress the arms. She starts to go back. So when you saw us move away, that was not me pushing Na. I had pushed Na, so to speak, when we were compressed, okay? And again, this is more information than you would normally get in a group class, but we're here and you can keep watching this video over and over to kind of, get that in your brain and settle it in. So why is that all important? Well, because when I lead Na in for the underarm turn, I'm keeping, just gonna lift that up out of the way. Na's weight is into this hand, right? Na's weight, over-exaggerate, lean into me. Na's weight is being held in this hand while I'm picking the other one up. So this arm has no influence on what's going on because her weight is resting in this hand. That way we can manipulate her body to begin the process while the weight's still there, rather than while her weight's on the way moving. Now she's trying to get a jump on the turn, and it's going to be a little violent and abrupt and may not go as smoothly as she wants. So I'm going to be the girl for a minute. Na's going to bring me into a sugar push. This foot, you're the girl boy. 1, 2. I can feel right away she started to pick up this hand, so I no longer can have my weight in that hand. So the only thing available is there. She picks that hand up. I begin my turn, my weight's still to her. I'm not leaning on her, but my weight is to her. So now everything's done before I make a move away. versus if you're too quick to react as the girl and you come in, that hand goes up, as the man pushes, you're going to be going before you have time to get your body to do what it wants. I'm breaking this down for you because you may not be able to see that with the distance that the camera is away from the actions, right? So we are doing 1, 2. So by the count of 2, this is the connection I have. There's no grip, there's no hold, we're palm to palm. There's never weight pressed into each other on the up hand. Ever. Ever, ever, ever. And I'll tell you why. Give me a little weight into that hand. So I go to turn the hand, and you just saw Na's head duck and her body buckle because she was leaning on it. Whatever she was leaning on, they just pulled away. So we never have pressure on that upper hand. So when I bring the lady in for this sugar push, I am not bringing her in with this hand. I am bringing her in with this hand because this one has to go up. So there's no initial pull with this hand and then try and go up, because you'll notice that Na came in beyond the hand. Right, so I'm bringing her in with that hand, so this one's free. I apply a little pressure to let Na know to turn. She turns her head, walks out, does a little run, passes her feet forward for run, run, run. Right? So it's our normal count. So it is 1, 2, 3, and 4, 5, and 6. All right, so kind of all in one piece, it is 1, 2, 3, and 4, 5, and 6. All right, so that is our sugar push. And then our sugar push with the underarm turn, the surprise tuck in, right? We'll switch it one more from the other angle. And 1, 2, 3, and 4, 5, and 6. All right, left side pass. Let's cover a couple things about left side pass. We know the man steps off the track and rotates. 1, 2, the lady runs by. 3 and 4, and we continue on 5 and 6. Now, here's where I want you to get, gentlemen. This is really about you because we all know how to do this pattern. This is what I see the guys do all the time. Watch this hand. Watch this hand. Now, if my partner is so stupid that she can't figure out that I got off the track in West Coast Swing and she's going to run down there on her own, I guess I would probably have to pull her by there. Like maybe she's got an IQ of 1 and I have to keep pulling her to get her to run. But this is a beginner step. That means it's going to happen the same way all the time. So once I have gone here, notice my hand's right in front of me. Na is going to run into my hand. And she's actually pulling my arm with her, rather than me leading that arm out in front of her like a dog chasing a rabbit at the dog park, right? So 1, 2, Na goes by, and you can see that my hand drug behind her rather than was out in front of her. And that's super important for us as the man, because again, I see so many times where that gets led that way, and that artificially delays the lady's turn, makes it very awkward and uncomfortable for the lady. So we step off the track, the lady gets moving, she runs into our arm, she pulls it with us. When we stop that arm, because we are going to stop that arm, she rotates and does her anchor step, right? So we'll see it from the back side here, the same thing. And 1, 2, 3, and 4. You'll notice when you saw it from the back side, you never saw my hand, this one, out in front of Na or away from my body, right? So right now, you can't see my left arm. And you won't be able to see my left arm until Na runs to the point where she took that hand with her. So hopefully you're catching that. Again, this is beginner West Coast Swing, but this month for all of you, you've all done some West Coast Swing before, so this shouldn't be new pattern-wise, but I wanted to take the opportunity and cover some important stuff. Thank you very much, you guys. Have a great one.